Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oregon Trail here on the Lord Master channel. But as you can see, that the last save file was yesterday's on August 20th. But keep in mind, since I have a tendency to record videos ahead of time, this date of recording is on Monday, August 21st. Which, by the way, a little bit of a note here, knowing that, again, this is all past by now by the time you watch this, but a day before, a day after these next set of recordings here on August 21st, we had a tropical storm down in South Texas, where I live. I mean, we weren't on its path directly, and so, I mean, we'll live through that. I'll live through that. But, of course, by the time these videos are posted, and if I give out another update or whatever videos I may be posting, it'll indicate to say, yeah, I'm still around, still alive and kicking. And speaking of alive and kicking, let's go on to another one of these journeys here on the Oregon Trail. And this was the next journey I was going to do next. Bitter Winter. So let's go to that. But first, again, we did winter migration, pushed west, and then these two hunting challenge related things with a fur trade and rendezvous. In which, again, plan on doing more difficult ones, starting with Bitter Winter. Caught in a freak snowstorm, Thompson has become separated from his companions. Find them and reach Fort Nez Perce before winter closes in. Difficulty is Wagonator, so that's hard difficulty. So reach Fort Nez Perce before winter is the objective. Hopefully we can get a few companions back with us. And once you complete that objective and end of that journey, you will unlock a hunting knife and a mountain man class. So, let's go to it. What happened? It is November 3rd, 1848. 13 days till winter. Channeling the last of his energy, Thompson heaves his shivering body from the frozen ground. This is so cold. Well, where is everyone? They sure got lost on this mountain. I must find them and reach the fort before winter truly sets in. He holds his coat close as he considers his next course of action. There's no one to be seen, save for two oxen. Just the two of you, eh? I guess that'll have to do. The oxen are good company, but offer little in the way of conversation. This is Thompson. He is a mountain man. Skilled scouts and hunters. Mountain men and women are hardened explorers, at home in the wild. He's heroic, shows great courage in the face of danger. He's also egotistical, self-obsessed to the point of damaging relationships. Oh my goodness. This wagon's been beat up. And look at his health, stamina, and hygiene. His loyalty is low, his composure is high. And his wayfinding isn't good. Good thing we got all these toolboxes here, so let's fix it, because clearly this wagon just got its ass kicked. Well, we gotta take it easy with this. In fact, we're not even at the Blue Mountains. We're kind of separated. It's been a winter. Somehow we got lost out here. I got money, which I doubt that'll do any good around here. Got a harmonica. Got a few herbal remedies, but no medicine. And also, I just gave away that axle while I was trying to fix the steering wagon. If this axle breaks, well, then it's going to be my own darn fault. Thompson unfurls an rabbit, attempts to get his bearings. 75 miles. From a distance, the mountains are surrounded by a blue haze, the final major barrier for any westbound immigrant. We gotta restore his health, which will give us flour, and restore his hygiene to give us medicine. Stagger gets to bitter winter. Thompson begins the ascent in hopes of saving his missing companions. I think we better get his health up. Yeah. Good enough. And if he gets tired, brew some coffee. Do have clothes, but this is cutthroat razor. A folding straight razor with a silver steel blade and polished bone handle. This is a huge boost to the hygiene. Would hate for him to get a disease soon. Yeah. What's this? Tracks in the snow. Could it be from one of my friends? Someone has traveled through here recently, and tracks lead off the trail and into the thick snow. Thompson checks the map and attempts to work out where the tracks might lead. Here we are. Well, I'm only eating 4 pounds per day because I'm the only one. Lord, there's plenty of, well, actually the food's not that plenty. If we go this way, it's a prime location for tracking a companion. Let's head that way first. See if we can find some people back. Eat some meat, 12 days to winter. A sudden squall sends a gust of wind and snow swirling about Thompson. Ah. The deep cold seeps into Thompson's bones, sapping its constitution mightily. As if already in an already dire situation, some of the supplies have been exposed by the wagon's damaged company. It seems spoiled by the weather. Meat's lost. You know what? Meager. Gotta save food. Actually, that makes a little difference. Look. 4 pounds, 3 pounds, and this, let me guess, 2 pounds? 2 pounds. But please remember, you got a harmonica. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So, meager meals. More tracks. Someone has traveled through here recently. The tracks lead off the trail and into the thick snow. Who should follow the tracks? Why, me, naturally. Thompson loses the tracks in the end of the snow. Come on, I need another companion. I don't want to be alone out here. That's at an exposed spot where we don't have things there. A grove of wild berries grows near the trail ahead. Thompson looks and eagerly anticipated delicious change from the food packed for the journey. These are raspberries. Safe to eat, but best collected by someone with a keen eye. Just forage the berries. Thompson's the one. He's got to survive, man. Thompson fumbles about and harvests a few berries. 25 foodstuffs. Enough to keep me going. Stop right there. Gotta use this once. Smells so damn bad. put it down here, away from the areas that are going to be prone to breakage. So don't have to worry about catching disease. More tracks. Find it, Thompson. It's all about luck in this trail. There's no one. Oh God. Am I truly alone? I am not diverting to other paths till I find a companion. Not to mention I'm going on grueling pace. Well, gotta brew me some coffee. I know we're in a rush here, but do we really need to be in a rush? In fact, let me change that pace. We do in 2 days. The wagon hits a particularly large bump, but a loud crack rings out from the wagon. Oh God. The wagon bed canopy is damaged by the rough trail. While nothing is broken completely this time, Thompson should consider repairing the damage before things get worse. I'll try to fix it. He had 0 carpentry skill, but it just increased him. He fails to improve the condition of the wagon. Look at how bad it is! More tracks. Is there anyone out there? For the love of God. See someone. Thompson finds Helen shivering and alone against the trunk of a snow-covered fir tree. He leads her back to the wagon. Relieved to finally have company, the pair begins the slow ascent to the Blue Mountain Pass. Perhaps they could find more of their companions on the treacherous slope. Last chance. Now we'll be eating 6 pounds a day. How are you, Helen? She's got fever. She's a farmer. Disciples of the land. Farmers have a wealth of knowledge about all manner of crops and animals. She's charming, can easily compel those around them. She's dim-witted, has a hard time learning new skills. You were in a bad way, but I'll give you some clothes. But you know you have a fever, but see if we could find one more person before we reach to our destination. Oh gosh. The wagon's wearing out bad, bad, bad. The relentless snow builds up out the party as they walk. The frigid trods becomes more and more arduous, draining the party of their energy. We had need of those. Not even supplies left unscathed. The wagon's can't disappear. The cold and moisture spoil many of them. The oxen too began to tire as the bleak weather slows the wagon to a sob and crawl. 29 pounds for food. Just the coffee. More tracks. Can we bring one more with us? But why it didn't give me the option to select it when the second house was down there. And, in its exhaustion, the ox has become lame. Had the ox been healthy, such an injury would mean a short delay. In its current condition, the ox will likely never recover. The beast can no longer draw the wagon. The only options remaining are to either turn the ox free to live outside of work, or to slaughter it. We can make it to the end before we starve. Inspect the ox real quick. Helen inspects the beast, and from her experience of farm animals, determined that the injury is only a sprain, and should let it rest for the remainder of the day. The ox will be healthy again. We can rest. The ox's injury is wrapped in a wagon, stops for the night. In the morning, the ox seems much better and is able to walk again without much complaint. I guess we're not going to rescue Jane and Jethro, wherever they are. But I guess it's just by chance, because that's why they have that difficulty so high. It's just a matter of luck, I guess. Not to mention been going on a fast pace. Had to slow it down a little. Had to go for meager rations. But we've made it to the end, though at what cost? The sight of warm light from the immigrant campfires welcomes the travelers as they finally reach the mountains pass. A solitary figure appears ahead in the snow. Thought I'd never see you both again. It is Jethro, one of the lost companions. I was saved by Mr. Anderson and company. Jethro recounts how he had given up hope, and when he was rescued by a group of immigrants who had also gotten lost during the snowstorm. When he asked the other companions, Thompson explains how he and Helen found each other, and expressed hope that the travelers of Blue Mountain might have had some information about their last companion, Jane. A few travelers huddle around the campfires, while others tighten up wagon covers in preparation for the push on the Fort Nez Perce before winter. This winter's not going as slow. We mean to set out to Fort Nez Perce as soon as we are able. You should look to do the same. What would you like to know about his party? Wife and I sold up and set out our family from Independence in early June. A late start, I know, but we've been making good time. When we reached Fort Boise, we were told at a good pace to make the pass and reach Oregon before winter. The storm hit shortly after leaving, and well, we lost a few good souls ourselves, not to mention livestock. Made our way here and set up camp. Been waiting for more of our party to arrive, but none have arrived since the day before last. With winter coming, we can't afford to wait any longer. I urge you to do the same. I can only hope that those who haven't arrived turn back to Fort Boise. I'll ask about you. I was a physician back at Columbia for many years, but the stories of Oregon were just too tempting. Couldn't have guessed how hard these things would get on the trail, though. Don't hear many of those stories back home. One comfort I miss other than a decent bed is a good cup of tea. It's only been coffee out here. It suits Miss Anderson just fine. But for me, I need something more refined. So I don't suppose you have any herbs I might use to brew some tea, do you? Yeah, I can afford one. I'd like to have some more coffee for the stamina. Here. Well, I'll be. It shows it pays to ask. Truth be told, coffee just makes me itch. But, it's perfect for giving you a boost of energy in the morning. You and your companions would do well to drink on some long days to take the edge off. And about Jethro here. It's a miracle we found Jethro with the storm going on. We barely make it to the peak ourselves. He could hardly walk. Had to lay him in one of the supply wagons. I never seen a man with such a fever. It was touch and go there for a while. One of my daughters nursed him back to health when we made camp here. Took quite a shine to him, or so my wife says. I guess it's God's way of reminding us that there is hope, even in the worst of times. Any signs of your companions, Mr. Anderson? There was no one here when we set up camp. but someone had been through here shortly before us. Found the half-burnt pile of sticks. They were still warm, despite the snow. Few could survive out here for long, without shelter and supplies. If you hope to find your friend, I urge you not to rest here for long. Talk to someone else. I'm not the one for telling another their business, but under the circumstance, I urge you not to rest here for long. Ready yourself, and ensure you set a good pace if you hope to survive Fort Nez Perce before winter takes hold. Good luck. Jethro. I'm lucky to be alive. What would you like to know? How'd you get lost? You don't remember? Well, as I recall, we were about 2 days out from Fort Boise when the snowstorm struck. When the things went so white I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. Then the winds came a-hauling. The oxen bolted. I couldn't keep up. How'd you survive? I'd wandered for days. Figured you had to the pass if you survived. I had no supplies, and it's so cold up here, I thought it was all lost. But then that's when the Anderson party found me, face down in the snow. It's a miracle that I didn't lose my life, much less my nose. One of Mr. Anderson's daughters nursed me back from the brink of death. Without her strength, I'd never made it. I promised her we'd make it to Fort Nez Perce. I asked Mr. Anderson for her hand in marriage. About the snowstorm. The snows don't normally hit so hard this early. It came out of nowhere. I've never been so disoriented. Now about Jane. Your guess is as good as mine. We should ask these other travelers if there's been any sign of her. I owe a lot to these people, but I owe you just as much. We need to find Jane. Helen. Can't believe we found Jethro. If we could find Jane, we might be able to just salvage this trip after all. Need toolboxes. How many bullets do we have? 50. I'll be willing to trade away some. What's your personality, Jethro? He is a carpenter. Oh, excellent. Adept laborers. Carpenters are commonly sought after to repair wagons along the trail. He's charming, can easily compel those around him. He's also paranoid, fearful, and distrusting. Get Helen. You're charming, will increase chance of success. And did. Stop it, ma'am. You're making me blush. Helen, whose charming compliments Martha as she strikes a deal. Yes, you need toolboxes to get things fixed. I'm sure opportunities to hunt is going to be pretty rare. Jethro, you do it. You're also charming as well. That didn't work. Because I would have traded more bullets. Because the traps are pretty useful to me. From prior experience. More cough. Get... I guess not. What's it for a second? What's your wit, Thompson? 3 to 4. It's nice to have coffee, but let's use this once. Got the medicine, but I didn't restore the health all the way, which we would be low on food. And so I fear that I've made a mistake for not healing all the way for Mr. Thompson here. Oh, we gotta fix this damn wagon. Like right now. All the exposed spots. Got this one wheel grease. Give the ox a rest just this once. that will be consuming food here, then we gotta get one. We cannot stop. At least one ox recovered. We can't stay here. When winter is reached, we're all gonna die. It's about 90 miles to Fort Nez Perce. On the east bank of the Columbia River, Fort Nez Perce offers travelers a chance to respawn before reach final search. We gotta find a party member and restore Helen's morale. With winter on their heels, the party sets out for the fort post haste. The party holds out hope that they could find their final companion to reach Fort Nez Perce before winter claims them all. Apply the wheel grease just for a few days to hold out. Wait. How much food are we consuming at Amiga? 9 pounds. Bare bones. Just a struggle a little. More tracks. Where's Jane? We found her. But we're gonna be starving out here. Finds Jane shivering and cold against the trunk of a snow-covered fir tree. Leads her back to the wagon. Jane is relieved to be reunited with the party. With winter almost upon them, they get their wagon rolling and drive through Fort Nez Perce post haste. Okay, no more companion tracks. We got to go down these ways. These ways. This way. I'm stammering. And pick up the pace. I fear the ox are going to get tired. If one of them dies, we're slaughtering them. The winter turns bitter cold. The cutting knife like through the wagon's damaged canopy spawned the supplies within. Oh, we lost it all. And the coffee too. Ah, my fingers. Jane shares the pain. Frostbite has begun to grip her fingers. They must be warmed at once to avoid her energy. It will not be long before the rest of the party suffers similar effects. Use them all for the party. Party clutch their heavy clothes onto the bodies. The comforting warmth stays off the woods to chill for now. We got no food now. Hope for hunting opportunities. Debris from the fallen wagon can be seen scattered across the snow-covered ground. Jethro searches the area and discovers a valuable cache of supplies. Toolboxes, herbal remedies, cloves, bullets, and flour. Some food. We gotta find more of these. That's how we're gonna survive. Only 8 pounds. Come on, fix these things. Only one spot left exposed. It's only 2 days before this wagon grease set to expire. The group notices the flour supply is getting low. We should bake some hardtack. Party Growth suggests hardtack will stretch the supplies for far longer. But it tastes miserable. Hardtack decreases morale. But this is just a few pounds worth. hold us off for how many days? 2 days. No, push on. Flour remains uncooked. Jane prays it will not come to regret it. Stay positive. By the way, Jane, what is your personality? I didn't look you up properly. She's an adventurer. Jacks of all trades. Adventurers can fit into any role in the group, though they don't excel at anything in particular. She's wily, a chronic liar, frequently employing dishonesty as truth. She's also slack, unwilling to put in the effort necessary for success. Here's another supply cache, just before sundown. What do we got here? More flour, bullets, clothes, an herbal remedy, and a toolbox. And whatever it is down there, let's get to it. Alright, let's plug in that last hole. And we should not have another wagon damage for at least a day. What's the other one? Restore Helen's morale. Look up here. A field of red spreads out before the wagon. Not blood, but flowers. Poppies such as these are not native to this land. They must have been brought here by prior migrants and taken root in this new soil. Poppy seeds can be refined into laudanum, a useful tincture for relieving injuries and illness. This process, however, would be both lengthy and laborious. Let's get her. Come on. 18 herbal remedies. The party sets out the harvesting or refining the flowers. After many hours, the task is done, with a number of medicinal tinctures and a hard-won result. Wagon grease just expired. Let's get your morale up for you all. Use up a bunch of these herbal remedies for everybody. Why the hell not? I want to bring everybody here. All better. And you know what? Get the coffee. We're home stretching it here. What's this? Abandoned wagon. Looks like we aren't the only ones to be affected by this storm. I guess the owner won't be needing this anymore. Best not let it go to waste. All along abandoned wagon. Book says it might collapse anymore. Some parts may be salvageable. Investigate this. The wagon rumbles precariously. It may be possible to retrieve useful materials, but each time comes the risk of the wagon collapsing. Take the wheel. Jethro, you're a carpenter. Only a single wheel is in acceptable condition for use. Slips through from the wagon and tumbles into the dirt as the wagon shudders softly. Jethro, take the axle. As Jethro leads down, the wagon shifts suddenly in the wind. He'll need to react quickly. Stabilize the wagon! He manages to stabilize the wooden carcass, temporarily preventing a collapse. He isn't able to retrieve anything, though. Oh my goodness. Stabilize in time. I'll take the tongue. This isn't going to end well. As Thompson moves the treaty on, a wagon finally gives away dust trees. Its decrepit shells splintering into dust. There's nothing left to take. We've wasted enough time out here. Come on. 4 days till winter, and that was a grizzly bear. Wagon's wearing out. Of course it would. Fix that thing. Need to go hunting. If there is any hunting opportunities out here. Six miles. 5 miles. 4 miles. The sudden squall sends a gust of wind and snow swirling about the party. Oh God. We can see ahead. The deep cold seeps to their bones, sapping their constitution mightily. We're coming in with 11 pounds of food. Just before sunset. The party rolls towards Fort Nez Perce, keen to take refuge from the mountain's frigid winds. The fort up ahead. Soldiers from Fort Nez Perce rush to the party's aid. Help! As they approach the fort and laid the wagon to the safety of the fort's walls. They made it. The party rejoices, having survived the Blue Mountain Pass. They found each other against all odds and reached safety. Together, they prepare to spend the winter in the warm embrace of Fort Nez Perce, putting the ordeal in a once doomed journey behind them. Congratulations, your party has reached Fort Nez Perce. Traveled for 9 days. 9 grueling days of this freezing hellhole. The surviving members of Thompson's party were able to reunite and make their way safely to Fort Nez Perce, narrowly avoiding a tragic fate. Yeah, during that early part of that journey, I kind of made a fatal flaw of just thinking with the companions about realize how low we were on food. But at least we managed to fix the wagon all the way. So now we got the mountain man and a knife. That'll be great additions for a future Oregon Trail. Dear God, that was close. We'll do the Chisholm Trail in the future. Still got a couple more journeys to do. Oh boy! Now, let's read these 2 journals before we will... these journal entries before we get out of here on this here video. The first consumer product sold by Apple Computer Incorporated, the Apple II was the platform on which the famous 1985 edition of the Oregon Trail could be played. The version that forever immortalized the words, "You have died of dysentery." Trail survival. Winter was effectively a death sentence for those caught out on the trail. Scarce food and freezing temperatures led many immigrants to seek forts or settlements to hunker down until spring. Though this was hardly an ideal option. Unless you have probably prepared it with winter clothes and a lot of medicine. And among other things. So, That was a hard trail. Man, it was the first time that we were starving for a very short period of time before. Miracle that we found abandoned supplies and we were able to take all that. There was no hunting opportunity, unfortunately, but did what we did. That was pretty scary. So, we'll see what our next journey will be in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.